This blue dot's going on the air. Looks like he's going everywhere. With his pet Jenny and his blue dot family. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. On his first Naruto run. Looked like this blue dot was having fun. He is not a mouse. Moved from the shop to the house with Marsha and his clan. This blue dot is the man. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. Looked like he was having fun. Looked like this blue dot is gonna run. He likes to say every day in his own special way. Are you shitting me? And he loves his blue dot family. We love John, he is the man. And we love this special clan. We are a blue dot family. And we like to
Thank you again, T.W. Travis. Thank you very much. Thank you again, Bub. That's one of our own Blue Dot family members. I appreciate that song every time I hear it. How y'all doing, family? It is Tuesday, baby. It's time for another family meeting. I'm getting plumb tickled with these things. It becomes a regular thing in our life, baby. Anyway, I want to thank Linda Douglas jumped in, Oddly Wired, Claudia Garcia, Stephanie Dean, Karen Cormier, Bethy Brown, Val Wood, Peter S. jumped in, TK Benj. I'm sorry, I got bad eyes. Lisa S. is here, and so is Brenda Enbins. I appreciate all y'all showing up, and Reggie Carter. Everybody's here. A lot going on this week, man. Everybody's getting ready for the Thanksgiving. Hope you got plans and got a big meal planned out. I know we do. Mama's got a turkey to cook and a ham to cook and oh Lord, dressing and potatoes and casseroles.
Just stop.
Yeah, I know it. It's food for 'em, man.
Stop.
It's all in there and it's not ready to eat yet, but we
Yeah.
know it's coming. It's torture.
Well, what
baby.
really sucks is we found out. Well, it's something we always kind of figured the last few years. Was dressing tastes better when you let it sit for at least like
Oh yeah, I heard you
12
talking
hours.
to Mom about
so
that.
Mom is going to cook it early, and then it's just going to sit there, and I vowed I'm not going to touch it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how far that goes.
yeah, I'm hoping it goes far. Don't get me wrong.
As soon as it comes out of the oven, Mama's
be
trying
worth
to
the
tell
wait.
me it's too hot. It's too hot to taste. Yeah, that's bullshit. I'll blow on it. There, it's cool. Anyway, I hope you are looking forward to Thanksgiving, and we do. Besides all the crap that we go through and what this country is going through, we still have much to be thankful for, so we can never forget that. And but the wheels turn, baby. The wheels turn. Today we found out that Jerry Nadler has put out the word, baby, that on the 4th of December, which is next Wednesday, baby, the House Judiciary Committee is going to take up impeachment hearings, and Donnie and his lawyers have been invited. They can come over and participate. The hearing is for the Intelligence Committee is over. This is going to be to lay out the rules of the impeachment, put it in historical context, and it's going to be called the Constitutional Grounds for Presidential Impeachment. So if Donnie wants to trot his little butt over there, he can probably learn a whole lot about presidential history if he'd show up over there, more than anything he's ever learned before, I reckon. But we got that coming up, and there are still grumblings that Adam Schiff might take a few more witnesses into the judiciary. They can still continue on and gather evidence, although they are putting their final report together to go to the judiciary. That does not prevent them from further looking into things. Anyway, that news, and a federal judge decided that the president's ex-attorney Don McCann should testify, baby. Judge says, hey, you got no presidential immunity here. There's no blanket immunity from everything. You got to go testify. And that throws a big wrench into everybody else's plans. But have no fear, the Department of Justice immediately appealed it. You ever get the feeling that your Department of Justice isn't working for justice and it's not working for you? It seems to me the only job the Department of Justice has is protecting Donnie. They're not. I can't see hardly anything else they're doing but that, except bar out making speeches about the evil Democrats and how the 2016 election was foiled by Ukrainians trying to help. Oh, bullshit like that. Another day in paradise in Washington. I did notice that Senator Kennedy, which I wrote a little something in my Facebook page about, I hope you got a chance to read it, kind of walked back his comments because he had made a comment, I think it was on Fox, that he didn't see. He thought maybe Ukraine was involved in the 2016. But all the investigations, all our intelligence say it was the Russians. Yeah, well, it could be, but it could be the Ukrainians too. We don't know. You don't know. You know, the man, as I said in my little, he's not stupid, baby. This man is a Rhodes Scholar. He's educated. He acts stupid, I assume, to impress his constituents back in Louisiana. And I hate to think that because I did a lot of growing up in Louisiana. People aren't stupid. Are you shitting me? They have a TV. They watch the news. They know what's going on. But evidently Senator Kennedy thinks it's important to act as dumb and stupid as you can possibly be, and God forbid that he could see what's right in front of him, because, you know, with all this evidence that's been out there, oh Lord, Senator Kennedy can't see nothing. I don't see nothing wrong here. The disgrace. They're all in cahoots. I said, I don't know what's hanging over their head. What has Donnie got hanging over all these Republicans' head that would be so worth them to give up their honor, their integrity, everything they've ever... Kennedy sitting there acting like he's a dumbass and can't see the handwriting on the wall. Not because they're stupid. It's because they have a plan. And everything has a plan. Mitch McConnell's book, The Long Game, when we talk about how Mitch held back everything Obama tried to do and affected everything. And now we're in a situation where, oh Lord, if anything happens and he gets another pick, what's the deal, Mitch? Are you going to hold back? No, he's not going to hold back. He's going to go for it, baby. He's going to go for it. But it's the long game, baby. When Devin Nunes made his little trip to Vienna, allegedly so far, I don't think it's an alleged to it, that's playing the long game. They were planning this Ukraine story as soon as the Democrats took the House. Because when the Democrats took the House, they knew jack well. There's going to be an inquiry. There's going to be an investigation into this asshole. How could it be? How could it not be? It's been so obvious what he's been doing ever since he got elected. You know there had to be an investigation. So right away, when the Democrats, when the blue wave rose up, we took the House. You bet your ass, Devin Nunes and everybody else from Mike Pompeo down the line, all of them, Barr, they're all getting ready for the 2020 election. They are not doing the people's business. They're not doing our country's business. It's not about national security. It's about getting Donnie reelected. And that is the dog that the GOP is slaying with. And they're going to get the fleas, baby. Not my dogs. I love my dogs. Anyway, we got more coming, and it's gonna increase. Stories are still gonna come out. With this thing today about Don McGahn, that affects people like John Bolton. What are you going to do, John? Everybody's calling for this guy because he's out there tweeting tweets, out there tempting everybody that I know big shit. Well, now's the time we need somebody to step forward with balls and tell us about the big shit. But he wants to sell a book, baby. And for a lot of people, it seems to me that writing a book is more important than coming up and standing up. Anonymous, the guy that wrote the book and the story, I assume, that was in the op-ed. Anonymous, you want to be a patriot, do that, but stand up and say, I'm the one. Stand up and say it with pride. Anyway, we still got a long way to go, and we're going to be interrupted by a very big dinner, so I'm ready. How about you, Dennis? You ready?
Oh, yeah. Been ready.
Me too. Y'all planning a big spread?
Oh, yeah. Every year.
Good. Good. And Velda?
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Are you going to be slaving in the kitchen or just sitting back and watching it happen?
No, I'm going to be cooking it.
I figured as much.
Cook roast turkey with stuffing, mushroom stuffing, with baked mashed potatoes, gravy, and
talking my language.
doing cauliflower broccoli mix.
There you go.
We're also going to have.
This is going to be a food porn show.
It's going to be cherry pie.
Oh, there you go.
Pineapple upside down.
There you go.
Cake.
Now you're talking my language. Here you go.
Pecan pie.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I just say we show up at Velda's.
What's that, TW?
I say we just show up at Velda's.
You did really. Let's all head that way. It sure sounds like a good table to be sitting at. Lord have mercy. TW, you all set for it?
Yeah, as much as I can be.
That's me. I'm offering my assistance to Mama anytime I get a chance to, but basically it's like go do something. So I mowed the grass today. Trying to look good for the.
Oh, I was hearing your comments a little bit earlier about not trying to sneak in the kitchen and get stuff. Well,
Right.
Wayne knows better than that.
Oh.
Because I've got this long wooden spoon.
Yeah. Whack him.
It's a knuckle. Yeah, he gets whacked with the spoon.
Oh, not me. I'm a tester. Well, somebody's got to make sure that shit tastes good. See if it's properly made and all that stuff. So I volunteer my services. It's an expertise I have.
Well, I let him do that too, but only when I want him.
Oh. Every time Marcia turns her back, I'm in there picking. And we're going to have a new kind of pie, one I've never heard of. Deborah, our longtime friend, will be here, and she is bringing a roasted rice crust coconut cream pie. And,
Yum.
She's saying something about how the crust is made with roasted rice and and other things, but it's basically rice. My wife uses in her signature pie, which for me is her lemon icebox pie, which has vanilla wafers crushed up, melted butter in there to form the crust. She makes her lemon filling, and then on top of the lemon filling, which is delicious, there is a layer of raspberries, raspberry like raspberry pie filling, and then on top of that is Cool Whip.
Y'all suck right now, I swear.
I know it. I'm getting hungry.
Really quick, Evelyn Moose had to write, and I think this is addressed to you, Velda. She writes, "Can you ship? Because damn, that sounds good."
Can you ship over now?
I wish I could.
That's pretty good. Yeah. If you might go into business there, Velda, hell.
I've always wanted to start a restaurant.
I just saw a story on TV the other day here in Texas about a family that started a little sandwich shop in East Texas somewhere. I can't remember the little town. Never had anything to do with food business all his life. They were in their probably 40s, and they bought this little place, a donut shop, and tried to make donuts, and kind of had a rough time with making the donuts the right size. Anyway, they went into they baked or they made bread in the grease for the donuts. They would just make bread and then just toss it in there, and because it just it like a donut. The bread came out fantastic. They started making sandwiches with that bread, and lo and behold, now it's being called out on Texas TV for a place that on the bucket list. Places you ought to go in Texas before you kick the bucket. That's a show, the Texas Bucket List. So hey, they didn't know anything about it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, a little success story from somebody who just jumped in and said, hey, let's try something. The fear of failure keeps a lot of people from jumping in and doing something. I worked for myself, or I worked for Uncle Sam most of my life. I have had a few jobs where somebody else paid me, but I'd rather work for myself.
That makes two of us.
Oh, yeah. I know I'm an asshole, so I know I'm hard to work for. I'm the only guy I'd hire. So, anyway.
Mark Penn, a strategist for former President Clinton, met with Trump last week to discuss impeachment. It says here in this article on The Hill that I guess he recommended to travel across the country like Clinton did during his impeachment process. So
that Donnie should travel across the country and just boom by?
Well, I mean, he's already heading to Florida.
Well, yeah, he's going to Florida tonight. He's got a rally tonight, I think. I think that's what the news said. Yeah, he's going to step up the rally.
I'd actually like to hear that conversation. I bet you it basically goes like this. Oh, Mr. President, hello. What are you doing? Not much. Your ass is in a sling and we're the lawnmower.
No kidding.
That's about it, TW. I'm telling you. He can't, I don't think they can give him the same advice to Donnie Boy here that Clinton got, because we have different circumstances here. Nobody likes the asshole anyway. Clinton had a high approval rating even during the impeachment because the people understood that the impeachment of Clinton was it was a political hit job. It was found a blue dress, and that's what it was all about. The lie he told about not having sex with that woman and Monica Lewinsky, and that's what got him impeached. It's a cheap shot from the Republicans. Up until that point, even if it was out of lines, presidents' sexual lives were not exploited in such ways. But this time it was. And, look where we are now. We pay off porn stars all the time. Hello,
We were at a
Huh? Go ahead, Bella.
we were at a dentist appointment for Wayne, and there was like about 30 people in the room, and it come on about Clinton and everything that was going on.
Right.
And I'm sitting there shaking my head, and everybody in the room's shaking their head, and this one older guy goes, yeah, they're all put out because the guy got something in the only reason they're upset is because he got it in the White House, and they didn't get any of that stuff.
Yeah, it was.
And the whole room just applauded.
Who was the woman that outed Monica Lewinsky? It was.
I don't know who she was, but she was a bitch.
She was the evil witch in that story, because Monica Lewinsky didn't really want to come out about it. It was a private affair between her and Bill and that lady Linda Tripp, I think I want to say.
Yes.
Was that her?
I think that's right.
Yep, she's first one to run the news and went, hey, guess what I heard? And that's all the Republicans needed. They had him dead to rights. But his impeachment, although he was fully impeached in the House, the Senate did not convict him, and his approval rating went up. We're not in the same situation now. We have a criminal in our White House, and is openly committing crimes, shoving his finger in his face, obstruction of justice, while he walks around talking about how transparent his presidency is, while we're watching the news every day of how they're trying to hide everything they've done. He's out there saying now that he would love, Pompeo to testify, Rick Perry, all of them, everybody, McMahon.
Yeah, because they can throw him under the bus and then
Well, it's the same thing. He says that shit, but it's not true. It's the same thing as saying, I would love to release my taxes, but I'm under audit, and how lawyers are. I really can't do it. That's the kind of same
Yeah,
shit.
come to think, let's see, when Nixon said that, he was under audit, but he'll release his tax.
Yeah, and what's the deal? Are your taxes from 8 years ago still under audit? Are all of them under audit? It's perpetual. You can't release the ones that's already done. Besides that, that's just a farce. He is fighting tooth and nail, and that's another decision that we're going to see pretty soon come out of the Supreme Court. They put a temporary hold on releasing the documents to Manhattan and to the Congress, and they're going to have to move on that pretty soon. They can't let time just tick by. The old saying, justice delayed is justice denied in this case, because the clock is ticking. And as I've said before, I'm waiting on this tax thing come through the Supreme Court. Because in my opinion, if it comes down and the Supreme Court says that Donnie does not have to release his taxes, then I'm going to consider our Supreme Court to be corrupt. Because every judge down the line has upheld this.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I mean, that's just like ours.
If the Supreme Court were to uphold it, that's like saying, well, hell yeah, the president's above the law. What did you think? No. This is democracy, baby. President's not above the law. That's the way I was told. Nobody's above the law.
I was told.
Yeah.
I was raised believing that.
That's it. That's what we've all been raised on, the rule of law, and that's what we have to do. Rick Davis, buddy, I see you just snuck in the room there. I didn't see you.
I'm quick that way.
I mean to tell you, silent too. I didn't notice you. Welcome to the room. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm doing real good. Right now, got a little lawn mowing done and all that stuff, getting ready for the big turkey day. Wow, I'm sorry, I got distracted momentarily. Diana Mallory just donated $25 through Super Chat and said, Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you extremely much, Diana. That's very kind of you. That makes Thanksgiving a little easier. It will go to good use, dear, I'll tell you. But we sure appreciate that. We appreciate all the donations we get, and our Patreon members and all those that support the show, whether it be through a donation or just by giving us your time, which is the most important thing you can do. So we appreciate that very much. But anyway, yep, that's what we got going on. Where were we? What was we talking about?
I don't know, but I just seen something that is interesting.
What's that?
The COPA.
The COPA.
The COPA is going to change YouTube. If you have anything on your website that looks anything like a cartoon that can draw a children, and you aren't children rated, you can get fined $44,000.
Yep, we've been paying close attention to that.
I got pegged on it because Travis said, hey, Dad, look at here, YouTube, and I'm already ahead of it. I already went to my YouTube site and designated it not suitable for children. Because well, occasionally, you can't control. Velda's going to come out with it sooner or later. You know how she is.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you got to blame somebody. I'm like Donnie.
Blame it on Wolf.
That's right. Find somebody to blame it on. No.
I'm not going to do it. Lone Wolf did. He stole the cookies.
He stole the cookies? Who stole the cookies from the
stole...
cookie jar? I'm telling you, that man, he'd be the guy to do it without being known. That's who he is. Because he'd know where you was and when it was time to go. Anyway, Lone Wolf, are you with us? He's got his mic muted there.
He stole the whole cookie.
He stole the whole cookie. Well, I'm sure he shared it. I'm sure.
No, not Lone Wolf.
Not Lone Wolf?
I made it. I had to turn your other microphone off.
Oh.
You didn't share any of those cookies in that cookie jar that you stole, did you?
What?
See, that's what they all say. What?
Prove a damn thing.
I'd love to answer that question, but we're going through an investigation right now.
I wasn't there, and you can't prove a damn thing.
I'm pleading the fifth.
That's it. Well, did you see dear old Donnie pardon the turkeys today? That just
Surprised he didn't sit down with a bucket of chicken
Oh,
and look, I ate your ancestors.
he threw in a bunch of political shit about Schiff and the basement and all sorts of stuff. You know,
Someone ran away from him.
I did see something that just really tickled the shit out of me and just points to just how stupid this guy is. He had a little ceremony celebrating the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote. And Donnie, in his infinite wisdom, while they're signing the thing and had all these women around him, had said that it's been too long. This should have happened a long time ago. And the reason it's being had now is because I'm president. It has nothing to do with, it's been 100 years now, you idiot. He doesn't read, he doesn't, I got to sign something. It's women's voting. Yeah, well, they should have given this 50 years ago. President so-and-so should have done it. Obama should have done it. Bush should have done it. I'm the one that did it. You moron. Read the coin. It's 100 years. You idiot. Anyway, that's who we're dealing with. That's the mentality of the man, the very stable genius that has unmatched wisdom in the world. Can't figure out why the coin for a 100-year anniversary wasn't done years ago. I got a good idea, Donnie. How about put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill? How about that, Donnie? Oh, wait. That little racist asshole, what's his name in the Treasury now? Mnuchin. Yeah, he's already said no. No. It's ready. It could be started. It could be done tomorrow. No.
Yep. They already got it. They already got the thing cut and everything. Yeah.
Yes, everything. The engraving. Just waiting on the go date. And this administration. Yeah, they're not going to.
This administration won't, but the next one will.
Yeah, the next one will, maybe. I hope. It's time. We're past time. I'm reminded that every time I look over here at this Canadian bill. That's a black woman on that, a woman of color on that bill. That's why I like that bill. Keep it right there.
Yeah, if they ever come out with a coin with Donnie, it needs to say "fuck this" on it.
Yeah. Actually, what was it? I'm trying to remember a law they wanted to pass now. It's a series of requirements for presidential election, meaning you have to release your tax things. Collusion with foreign governments by a president is illegal. We're going to have to lay it all out in writing now. Everything that Donnie did, the collusion with Russia, this back shit with Ukraine, the dogs that are sneaking around like Nunez, they're going to have to write a law to prevent this stuff specifically from happening again, and they want to name it the Donald J. Trump something law.
Yeah, they should just come
election
out with a
meddling
book,
law or
President
something. Yeah, no shit. He needs to read it.
They come out president of everything.
It would have to be a picture book.
Computers for dummies and president for dummies.
Donna
This
Bonacosi's
is
got
you,
it right.
Donald J. Trump.
A shit stain on society. That's what he is. I agree with you. Hello, Grim. How you doing? Leanne Scott's here. And Adina Michael. I'm sorry.
You need glasses.
Yes, I do. Yeah. What's new in life? I can't see, and according to my wife, I can't hear either. So, that's why I go out.
Selective deafness.
That's why I go out.
John, I thought about you today.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it didn't get you in trouble.
We had 2 foot of snow.
Did you?
John was going to be here, yeah.
Oh yeah. John would be out there with a camera. Look at this shit. Okay, get all that done. All right, we ready to go now? No, I would. I would love to go outside, walk around in it, and
then go back in.
And then go back inside, sit by the by the fireplace, and look out the window, and just take in the whole scenery. And that's enough. It ends when that driving stuff happens. See, that's when it turns not so fun no more. Keith up in Minneapolis, I'm sure you got a lot of driving experience in the snow there, Keith.
Yep, and going to experience from 3 to 9 inches tomorrow.
Holy shit.
No thanks.
Yep.
We're good here.
We're good. going to be back up to 82, 83 or something like that.
Oh, just stop it. Just stop it.
I'm telling you, I'm wearing my shorts right now. I don't want to show my pretty legs off, but yeah, it was warm today. I was out there mowing grass today in my shorts and T-shirt. So
I was riding my scooter.
was you?
Yeah,
It's
sure
not that.
was.
It's pretty warm up in Dallas or up in your area, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Not too bad yet. Yeah, but a good portion of our Blue Dot family in our country is going to be covered with pretty bad weather coming up in the next days. So be aware,
I
be
know, I'm
careful.
worried about Jen.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's that's when that snow stuff. It's all nice and pretty till you have to go out there and get in the car and go somewhere.
It's not that big of a deal.
It is to me.
Well, it's not in Colorado when they basically close I-70 through the mountains and they close I-70 going to Kansas. You know it's bad.
Yeah. I see it
Hey,
all.
TW, you got to tell him what you witnessed today.
What'd
That
you
was
say?
hilarious.
What'd you see today, TW?
What was it? Oh, those two guys?
Yeah.
Ah, two guys. They was doing what?
Two people from Pakistan. They live across the way over there.
Mhm.
The guy gets in his car, puts it in reverse, puts it in forward, puts it in reverse. Finally gets out a little bit out of the thing, and so I'm sitting there kind of laughing, because I'm like, oh, this guy's he needs to learn how to drive.
Right.
And his buddy come walking over after that, and he goes, I keep telling him it's not like sand.
It's not like sand. You're not. You can't rock back and forth and get out of a rut. You're just gonna slide. My biggest. When I was in Adak, Alaska, and I was driving the duty bus, coming down a mountain that was just covered with ice and snow, and I swore, that's the last time I'm going to be driving around in snow. I just knew. My butt was puckering like you wouldn't believe. I knew I was just fixing to kill me and everybody big enough to die in that bus. So, but I didn't. I got down and told them I ain't doing that shit no more. Y'all get another driver. So, and they did too. They did, because I pitched, we ain't doing that shit. Put me back out there on the ice, on the ramp. I'll work on them airplanes out there in the snow, but I ain't gonna drive that bus down that hill. So get a professional.
The little guy out, and he wanted to go hopping around in the snow until he hit that 2-foot snowdrift.
Yes, yeah.
So the end of that. Took him 2 minutes to dig himself out, and then he was like, "Okay, I want to go in now."
I have done what they call tundra tromping, and up in Alaska, their tundra is just frozen grass, frozen everything, and
Dirt,
on parts of it you can walk pretty good. On some parts you can't walk worth shit. You're gonna fall through, and that was the game up there. Let's see how far you can walk out there, John. Let's go. Idiots. I'm telling you.
Mineral oil.
What's that?
Oh, I think that was background noise coming from Velda. It's all good.
Oh.
I heard like mineral oil, so they're probably talking cooking.
Yeah, he's making cutting boards for girls for Christmas.
Yeah, nice.
It froze up.
Did it freeze?
Yeah, it froze.
Okay.
Anyway. Yep. I'm looking forward now to Wednesday after Thanksgiving. We're going to start the judiciary hearings. And that ought to be interesting. That ought to be more entertainment, because they can allow... No, they can't. You can't call witnesses. This is going to be on the judiciary council. This is going to be laying out the guidelines of the impeachment. How are we going to do this?
Yeah.
What's going to be allowed? What's not going to be allowed? And everybody gets to...
President Obama privately said he...
What's that?
That was over here. I don't know how that happened. Don't worry about it.
All of a sudden,
I'm just.
I've got a good one for you, John.
What's that, Dennis?
You're familiar with Harry Potter, right?
Vaguely, yes. I know the
Little
book.
bit. Travis, you too, right?
Yeah, vaguely. I mean, I know enough. I know enough.
Yeah, we know enough. I can pass.
Okay, so I woke up the other day, and immediately this popped in my head, and I was telling Velda about it right after it happened. So I ended up tweeting J.K. Rowling about it too.
Oh yeah?
How the plot of the Harry Potter series closely coincides with U.S. political climate.
Really?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
All right, so you think about it.
Yeah.
You've got a man that nobody wants to name. He's warped and old-fashioned. He's pushing a pure blood agenda.
Oh, that's Donnie. That's Donnie. Is that who we were talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
He eventually takes leadership of the government, which is, the Ministry of Magic. He has a bunch of crazy followers that are part of this pure blood community. The Death Eaters. I mean, the similarities are quite disturbing when you really think about it. The book is like exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we need to find a bunch of kids to win.
Yeah.
That's how they beat him.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We need.
There you go.
Quidditch.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Play a game of Quidditch against Trump. I'd like to see him get off his ass enough to do anything remotely active, let alone ride a broomstick.
Also, the people, set to enforce the laws, the Dementors. Think about that.
Yeah.
All the Republican senators and shit, or the Republican congressmen. Period.
Right. Oh man, you're not wrong though. You're actually really onto something there, and someone had the time and assets and actual know-how of Harry Potter. Someone could make a really good parody of that. I wish Colbert would do that, like he did his Lord of the Rings parody the other day. That'd be hilarious.
I about died when that parody of on Stephen Colbert with it. It was Trump, Pompeo.
Oh yeah.
Who else? His chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, and somebody else. Anyway, the tune was Deo. Deo.
Careful.
Deo.
Careful. They will copyright you for that. So that's a really recognizable song. Just first Deo. One
Anyway.
Deo. No second Deo.
It wasn't saying that. It was saying Pompeo.
Yeah, okay, so say Pompeo.
Yeah, Pompeo.
Yeah, there you go.
Hearings come and he wants to go home. I thought that was hilarious because I mentioned the other day that the conversation between Mitch McConnell and Pompeo. Hold on.
You gonna be good there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Excuse me. Mike Pompeo wants to go back to Kansas. Mitch McConnell wants him to save the Senate because they can't lose the Senate and all that shit for the 2020 election. And it falls right into play with Pompeo all of a sudden realize his ass is in a crack too and he wants to leave town too. It ain't going to happen. Pompeo's wrapped up in this shit. Rick Perry is by the way, Rick Perry, yeah, he walked back his shit about Trump being the chosen one.
Did he?
Yeah, both I noticed that both Kennedy had to come on CNN and walk back. Kennedy had to walk back his Ukraine theory that he just said, well, it could have been Ukraine. He came back on CNN and said, no, well, I found out it can't be Ukraine. That's a propaganda, and I was wrong. Yeah. That's going to get used to it, Bub. It's going to happen a lot because you're going to be called out for all the wrong things y'all say out there. But, yeah, it seems to be a thing with the Republicans. Awkward silence.
Hey, today.
What's that, Keith?
I had an interesting moment.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
One of those moments where you want to pull your fingernails against a chalkboard.
Yeah.
And that screech.
What happened?
A guy in the meeting, there were only 4 of us, and yeah, he loves Trump.
Oh.
But he made the statement, I think Giuliani is doing a great job.
Oh,
He's
shit.
a great American.
Are you shitting?
I had that moment, screech. I said nothing.
Yeah. When you're in a work atmosphere, hey, well, that guy shouldn't have said something like that in a meeting such where he may have known that other people may not share his opinion. It's just improper. If it would work as work, try to keep it out. Your politics out of your. It's hard to do. Again, it's hard to do in this political atmosphere that we're in now. This is the extreme, baby. We've come to the point now to where we obviously have a crooked president in the White House and a party willing to let him continue with his criminal acts for their political gain. And I want to call out Michael Simmons, who just subscribed to our YouTube channel. Buddy, we appreciate that very much. We're trying to get more subscribers over there on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, doesn't cost you a dime. Go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Ain't that what I'm supposed to say?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you got it.
Boost it.
If you really want to be special, you can hit that bell button next to it, because apparently subscribes don't work as well as they used to anymore.
What is the bell?
You have to hit the bell to where you can get notifications for every time.
Oh, for notifications.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm subscribed, but if you want those notifications, you have to hit the bell to be alerted when we upload again.
Subscribe and hit the bell.
If you want.
And you'll be notified when I run my mouth.
Yep.
How exciting that is. I appreciate every one of you that take the time to listen. But, no, we appreciate every subscriber we get, but where was we now? Boy, howdy shit.
Talking about Rudy Giuliani and
Rudy Giuliani being a great guy. Yeah.
I'd have just said that bald
I think Rudy Giuliani's got his ass. They're going to have him on bank fraud, on wire fraud, campaign finance laws, all sorts of shit.
Yep.
They've got a list now coming out of what Giuliani's going to get. And I can't wait for them fireworks.
He wanted to join. He wanted to join the Trump thing and begin with. Well, he did. He joined. He's going to jail with it.
Everybody that goes to work for this asshole, they get Trump shit on them. They have an asterisk next to their name in history. There you go. This was one of the idiots that thought he could. It looks bad. Just about everybody that's worked for the man except Steve Miller. He's still there, that little cockroach. Most people have moved on. There's a lot of positions, they say, in the White House itself that haven't been filled. As a matter of fact, they was talking the other day about he barely comes to the Oval Office. He spends most of his time now in the residence watching TV. He calls meetings in there and everything so he can sit in front and watch TV while he talks to people, I guess. It's just, he's a reality TV personality, and now he's a reality TV president. Everything he does is depending on what he sees on TV. And Lord, Marcia showed me a little bit of Sean Penney. Honey, look at this shit. And how Sean Penney is handling that over there on Fox. And it's just, it's disturbing. I say it all the time, Fox News is the most un-American thing you can put on your TV. It is state TV. You might as well put a Russian in front of it. Their job is to try to convince Americans to stand with Russia, to forget about all the Russian investigation that we had, that they hacked our elections and all that shit. Forget all that. They're good people. They're just like us. Yeah, no, ain't happening, baby. And it's up to us to make sure that our lawmakers hold themselves to the grindstone on that shit. But again, Mitch McConnell. There you go. I was listening today. The father of one of the Sandy Hook victims is really pushing a narrative out there that it is Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump that refuse to do anything. H.R. 8, the universal background check bill that the House passed, which requires background checks at gun shows and everything else. Buying a gun from your buddy, you're going to have to go through a background check. All of that is still sitting on Mitch McConnell's, and there's another one, HR, and I forgot the number of it, and that also pertains to the waiting list, moving it from a 3-day waiting list to a waiting time to a 10-day, because it gives the Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco long enough to research the guy. If you get down in a day, you can't do it 3 days, and you cover him, you're pushing shit. And by the law right now, in 3 days, if they don't complete it, they can release the gun. They want to move that to 10 days. And of course, Mitch McConnell is sitting on it and about 400 other freaking bills that Mitch McConnell is not going to advance. This is the game that he's been playing all along. And that's,
and no one talks about it.
No, because we're always covering everything else. But it's that long game. It's their long strategy of what they're doing. All the judgeships that Mitch McConnell held back under Obama, opened the floodgates under Trump. It was a political move. Everything the Republicans do now, it has nothing to do for country anymore. This is strictly for the Republican Party, and that's it. That's it. And most of them on their personal politics on getting reelected. That's all they give a shit about. You know, I keep saying I'm waiting for a Mr. Smith that goes to Washington. You know, I don't see it.
In today's world, they don't have to win the elections. They will buy them and put themselves into office.
Yes. Well, that's what this whole Ukraine thing, you know, that if this is allowed to stand, you'd never get another Democrat elected the rest of the night. If he gets away with this, the Republicans solidify their hold on everything and get away with getting foreign countries to interfere in our elections, then you can bet your ass every Democrat that's ever going to come from now on is going to have some mysterious charge come out of some mysterious country, and it's going to be all the rage, and it's going to be a talking point for Republicans to retain power. Lie, cheat, steal. Keep repeating the lie, keep cheating, keep stealing, and just act like nothing's happening. You know.
And then when Adani, up personal, in the U.S. says, grab a woman by her lady parts, but that's okay with them?
Yeah, well,
what's up with that?
Yeah, locker room talk. That's it. You know. The morale.
I think that's always going to stand out to me right there. Is back then, when everything happened, and just finding out people who say they have more of a higher moral standing, but they're okay with someone who talks like that. I mean, let's face it, you know, his words, they're ugly and cruel, but he's done worse than just, you know, he's done worse than say those words. But it's the fact that you can overlook someone saying those words and still say that he's an upstanding, decent model citizen who should represent all of us. And that's why we're here on Thanksgiving this year.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
I know why I draw the line.
Where's that?
Yeah.
You know, it's. Oh Lord. There's so much going through my head when I get to thinking about the big picture of all the shit that I've dug through for the last 3 years, and not that I'm any whiz, you know, I'm not a very stable genius. I don't have unmatched wisdom. I'm just a common American out here trying to take note of what's happening in the news. What is fact? Even today, I was quite proud of myself, as a matter of fact, because there was an article there about this guy that was pushing the theory of Black Friday. Okay, Black Friday, you know, the big sale after Thanksgiving. Well, you know, they named it that because that's the day they sold slaves, and that's where they came up with the name Black Friday. And it didn't ring with me. So yeah, I got on Google, I got on Wikipedia trying to search back the origins of Black Friday. Yeah, no history such like that. Nothing there at all about that day being tied to selling slaves. But if he could push that narrative, it would prompt some Republican redneck to go, see, them Democrats, them liberals, they just get upset about everything and shit like that. You know, it's just one of those little stories that you can look and that it doesn't sound right. Check it out. It doesn't take that much time to find out if that kind of bullshit's right. This guy just, to me, sounded like he was trying to push a racist agenda out there, and I don't know. And of course, he was a preacher. So.
Well, and you know, he doesn't have a very good mental problem. You know, he's got to have mental problems because what did they say today? Okay, he signed that, you know, dogs, cats, things like that. If you get in trouble, you're going to jail for 7 years. That's fine. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
But he's the same person that goes out to his rallies and says, punch him in the fucking mouth. I'll pay for it.
There you go.
Yeah,
exactly. And he's the same president that allowed cyanide poison to be used again to get rid of coyotes and stuff.
Oh, that'll help.
Yeah.
Let's throw some.
Hey, I wonder if we
there.
can get him for that thing. I wonder if we can get him for animal cruelty. Hey.
That's the least of his worries.
I think, what was it?
Human cruelty is what he's into.
Didn't we just see it? The one thing I think I can agree with him, but I can't even think of him being a decent enough human being to put that into motion. But I think, didn't it just pass or something that they're going to now make animal cruelty a federal crime?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That needed to happen a long time ago. But so there's that.
On the same day. On the same day as they're going to use cyanide again.
Yeah, when I see animal cruelty, you have to worry about John's law. That's the law you have to worry about at the moment.
But like Melda said, it's on the same day that he basically said, well, go ahead and use cyanide to kill coyotes.
And see, the reason it was pulled back is because the young boy, his dog was killed and he was injured when his dog bit the cyanide capsule with him being there.
I didn't hear about that. That's some shit.
This was a story about 3 years ago. Okay? So
I don't recall the story. That's all. I'm bowing to those that know.
That just reminded me of when you were talking about the animal cruelty thing. He also, what also was in the news is he donated, what was it, like $300,000 to the opioid crisis. It sparked a debate today on one of my local news on Facebook, and it really clued me in on how ignorant Trump supporters are. They started talking about Trump's golfing and how he was saving the taxpayers' money by going to his own resorts.
Oh my God, are you fucking serious?
And it wasn't just one person. It was dozens of people.
That's not a, are you shitting me? That's a, are you fucking serious?
And those people like, you can't be this stupid. They're like, he's marking up all the prices and going to his old club.
Yes, and it's not just him. His entourage of Secret Service aides, everybody has to have a room, everybody has to eat, everybody gets a golf cart, all that on your tax dollar, baby.
Not only that, all the foreign businessmen and anybody who wants his ear all have to stay there, or he's not going to talk to them.
Boy, howdy shit.
Yeah. They honestly thought that he was staying at his own resort for free.
No.
That he was golfing at his own resort for free.
He is staying at his own resort for free. Everybody around him.
Everybody else is paying. Yeah. And I'm sure that he's probably renting it too. He's probably renting the presidential suite, which is probably his bedroom.
You think about it, he is staying there for free because we're paying for it.
Yeah, we're paying for it. So he is staying there for
one person stopped no less of like, show me the receipts. I'm not going to believe you. Show me the receipts.
Are you shitting me? It's in the news. Watch him take off and end up at one of his golf collection centers. Come on, man.
Somebody countered that, said it was in the news, but there's counter alternative facts on Fox News.
That's the problem. That's the alternative facts thing, and that's why I got so upset with Senator Kennedy. Are you shitting me? You have to work at being stupid. You have to really put on a good act of being stupid if you can't figure this stuff out. If you can't listen to these witnesses lined up in front of Congress telling you, yes, there's a quid pro quo, using those exact words. Yes, Rudy Giuliani's a hand grenade fixing to go off. All that shit. Everything that was talked about. The Ukraine's messing with the 2016. It's all bullshit. A very proud woman stood up there, Fiona Hill. I loved her testimony. She pointed it out. And yet constantly, even up to just a day ago, Kennedy's out there spouting that Russian propaganda shit. So you have to work at being stupid over there. So assuming that they're not stupid, then they're working on a freaking conspiracy. So it's one or the other. It's either stupidity or you're willingly involved in trying to a conspiracy to involve foreign nations, dirt, made-up stories, whatever you can get going in the news.
And you're trying to cover it up.
Yeah, and working to cover it up. And everything the man does points to Russia. Everything he does benefits Russia in one way or another. You know, I swear I'm waiting on Ukraine to be overrun. And what would Donnie do if they did?
Nothing.
If all of a sudden Russia decided to put a push over the border, and they have a big enough army to do that, then what's up, babe? What's up? Nothing.
Okay, here's something to add on to that. If you look at the last article I just posted, we're sending another 3,000 additional troops to Saudi.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
to guard oil?
Because
no,
Donnie said so.
No, there's something else going on there.
Donnie said
something about to pop off.
Donnie said
Democrat congressman or senator is wanting to know why they sent him, because they never got a briefing.
I don't know why they need a briefing. Donnie told us why. He said it himself, why he is sending those troops to Saudi Arabia. It's because the Saudis are paying cash.
No, not those ones that he moved over. This is an addition to.
Oh, they're paying cash for them too, I imagine. That's why we're sending them, because the Saudis are paying. Think about that for a little while.
Remember, he likes the prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Prince
his explanation was to protect U.S. interests.
And what interest do we have?
U.S. interests over there are protecting the Saudi oil that we're going to get paid with.
Now,
so
back up the bus, because I thought we were energy independent now. Donnie says it all the time. We are energy independent. We export more oil than we take in and all that stuff. So what's the deal? I don't see the critical infrastructure in Saudi Arabia. I have always had, long before 9/11, because as I say, when I was first in the Navy, I was training with Iranians. Their lifestyle was a whole lot like ours. Their religious beliefs, like any other, were kept to themselves. They had very religious. Some of them didn't drink, or but I knew a lot of them that did. It was a more open society than Saudi Arabia has ever been. And then when 9/11 comes along, and we find out 19 hijackers from Saudi Arabia, and that the whole operation is funded from Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
It doesn't take a rocket surgeon to figure out, hey, Saudi Arabia doesn't like us very much. And to this day, in some of their mosques and stuff, they still preach the infidels must leave the Holy Land. That's us, the ones they're paying to come over there. It's a two-faced situation over there. I don't trust them. Never have trusted them. I'm sorry.
The money's going into Trump's.
Yeah.
I'm checking.
Oh, it started with Bush. You remember Bandar Bush? Remember being all tied up with Saudi Arabians? Loving the lifestyle, baby. They all been wrapped up with. The Republicans have been wrapped up with, and I would assume a whole lot of Democrats too, because money. That it's sad to say how much foreign influence is in our government. A whole lot of it, baby. A whole lot of it. Think about it every time Donnie makes a big sale to Saudi Arabia or anybody else, big weapons sale. As he brags about it all the time. That's how come we have to have a big defense budget, is because we have to keep these contractors building shit, because we got to sell it to people. We're in the arms business, baby. That's what we do.
I'm just going to say right now, Dennis, that is the most fantastic image I've ever seen in comparison, or just if you want to see Fox News in a nutshell, that's it right there.
Can you show that up there?
Not at the moment, but if people are on our Discord, they can totally see it in the show discussion.
It's the difference between the feed from
CNN and Fox.
On the top panel,
how do I get there?
Yeah. Sondland is saying, and I heard him say it, and everybody else did too, yes, there was a quid pro quo in Ukraine scandal. That's the headline. Breaking news. Sondland, yes, there was quid pro quo in Ukraine scandal. On the Fox feed down there, it says Sondland, no, there was no quid pro quo.
I posted the link to the picture.
There, and the photographs of both.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, thank you, Dennis.
What's that?
Oh no, Dennis put the link to it in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I encourage anybody out there in our Facebook family, our YouTube family, to explore Discord. Download the app. Follow the link through the I believe through the channel, And
it's all down in the description
it's all
below.
down-
Check out that Linktree link.
the Linktree link down below. And
You'll
you
find
can-
it all there. Everything. So.
We'd love to have more participation in the show. Have more people come by and speak their speak their mind. Tell us about what you're going to have for Thanksgiving. We'll decide if we want to go to your house or if we're all still going to Bella's.
There you go.
So
Yep.
you're gonna.
That image came from the Facebook of a presidential candidate. He's actually a comedian.
Well, now don't laugh.
Is it the dude with the boot?
The president of Ukraine used to be a comedian, and he got elected.
The reason I know he's even running is he's really good friends with one of my favorite comedians, Hofstadter.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Boy, howdy.
Well, Blue Dot family, I'm gonna have to call it an evening because I got surgery tomorrow.
More surgery, Lone Wolf, buddy. I hope you make through it all right, and take care of your head, buddy. You know?
Thank God you don't have to drive snow.
Yeah.
No, but I do have to drive to Dallas, and that's 90 miles one way.
Holy shit. Buddy, get some rest. Take care of yourself. Come back when you're feeling better. If you're not back before Thanksgiving, have a wonderful Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. All right?
One final comment before I leave.
What's that?
I understand that you giving refunds, and I thought maybe I'd hit you up for $25.
Well, sure. I'll put it in the mail. I'll put it in the mail, buddy.
No, I'm just pulling your chain.
Yes, I know what you're referring to, and I'm sorry that happened, but that's the way it was. Yeah,
we can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll leave that there.
Leave that one alone.
Yeah. But Lone Wolf, take care of yourself, buddy, and we love you. Anyway.
All right.
Let me know when you get back.
Okay. I will.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Later, Lone Wolf.
Bye.
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 He's a cool dude.
He is. He is a character. I like him a lot. What's there not to like about Lone Wolf?
Right.
What's there not to like about this whole damn Blue Dot family? Nothing. There ain't nothing not to like.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir, Keith.
Blue Dots. Hey, up here in Minnesota,
Yes, sir.
I've caught myself picking up on some of the slang.
Yeah.
I use the term, "Are you shitting me" more? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Are you
Okay.
shitting? It comes in a multitude of applications. You know, surprise,
Okay. Now
drama.
I
yeah.
use well, howdy.
Boy, howdy shit.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, boy, howdy shit.
I told you guys about a meeting I had this morning.
Right.
And some people I deal with, Republicans generally.
I know how
I
you
think
feel.
in the back of my mind, we need a just slapping law.
Yeah.
Just slap the shit out of them.
Yep. There you go. What'd you do that for? Well, because you needed it. I'm gonna sue you. Take me to court. There's a law that says that, kid. Yep. There's so many
You rub
people
off
like
on
that,
us.
Keith. I get a lot of people have a tendency to say good things about Trump whenever they're around me. You know, I let it roll off nowadays. I don't try to confront unless they absolutely want to debate, and I'm open for that anytime. Besides that,
Well, I gotta admit, I gotta say good things about Trump too. He's a pile of shit.
yes. You know, it's just the, you know, of course now anybody would say, of course, fake media said that show the other night on CNN, the lies of President Donald Trump, whatever it was. That was an interesting show, and he knows he's lying. He knows what he's doing, and he keeps repeating the lie. It's the old big lie. Don't tell a little lie. Tell a big lie. If you tell a big lie, it's really impacting. People are paying attention. And you keep repeating, well, I thought they said that, didn't it? Well, he keeps saying it was. Well, he's the president. I guess he knows. He probably got inside information. No, it's just a freaking lie that he just keeps repeating on a variety of subjects. And it doesn't matter what it is. Right, S.C. Smith, what are you doing down there in Florida, buddy?
Oh, I'm just getting home, sir. Just getting home.
Just getting home. Ooh.
Just getting home. So the first thing I gotta do is get on the live channel.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, Tuesdays are usually my later days, so I usually don't get into around 7 or a little after that. So, but I made it better late than never.
Well, just look in your inbox. Belda has sent everybody directions on how to get to her house, and buddy, you missed the menu. It's going to be fantastic, and you're not that far from her, I don't think. I bet you probably get there in a few hours.
Yeah, probably in a few hours.
Yeah,
Where's she? Arkansas?
Yes.
I'm in the middle of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Check your
Yeah,
inbox.
it's not that far away.
The instructions there. She said bring a covered dish if you want.
All right, sounds good.
I'm in 70 miles north of Little Rock.
Okay, all right. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, just Tuesdays are usually my late day, and I just get home a little after 7, so I had to jump right in. Don't want to miss it.
Well, we appreciate that. We really do. We appreciate all our family that stops by.
Well, I appreciate you letting me hang out, sir.
Anytime. Well, don't thank me. Travis over there with the switch over there.
Well, Travis too. How's it going, Travis?
He just left.
Oh, he just left. Okay,
yeah, he just left to tell his girlfriend just got home from work, and Travis has a friend coming over to visit him this evening after we get off the air here. So he's going to tell his girlfriend that Mike's on is going to come out here and they're going to visit. Mike was in Finland for a long time. He lived over in the Netherlands, and it's his perspective on a lot of things is different. He's an American, but he's lived over there for quite some time. His wife is Finnish, and my kids have great friends. What can I say?
Good deal.
They had a good time. Did Dennis, have you seen Travis's picture of him and Rose dancing?
I have not.
Well, you don't say I said so, but you might ought to ask him about seeing the picture of him dancing. Yeah, I made a big deal with it because I told him, I said, man, y'all probably practicing dancing? Oh, Dad, we don't dance. I don't dance. Hey, it's a wedding. You're going to be asked to dance. Maybe you ought to practice. I ain't dancing, Dad. I ain't dancing. Yep, he danced. So I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hell, if it's a wedding, you got to dance anyway. If you're just dancing by yourself.
That's true. Yeah, it's but it was neat.
Usually when you're dancing by yourself, there's a lot of Jose Cuervo.
Oh yeah. That plays.
Well, if he's got any of my rhythm genes in there, he'll do fine. And
I've always loved dancing, so it's not a problem. I'll dance by myself. I don't give a damn.
Oh man, if the right music comes on, I'm cutting a James Brown splitting the rug backwards move. I'm telling you.
I feel good.
Yes, I feel good, and I'd snap back as soon as that's said. Yes, I have been thrown out of more than one high school dance back in the day for doing the alligator. If anybody knows what that dance was.
Oh wow!
It had a very part of the dance was I don't know what the word
I was thinking about the worm when you said the alligator.
Yeah, well, the alligator was similar to the worm except a different motion. Anyway, I got kicked out. You can't do that in here. Oh, shit, it's one of those. You're gotta go.
I should know about the alligators. After all, I live around.
That's right. You live around them. The same way with me in Louisiana. We lived. Now it's a thing about me and rivers. My father's place out in Louisiana, we lived on the West Pearl River, and had a dock down there on the river. I live on a river here. But anyway, friends would come over to go swimming, and damn alligators down there. You could see them. Yeah. So what? You coming swimming or what? They're not going to bother you. They're way over there. We're splashing around here. They don't want to come down here. Stay the hell away from them. They'll stay away from you.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I live down here where we got Wakulla Springs, which is a state park and natural spring. And, people have been swimming. There's alligators all around, but people have been swimming in there for years. And never had any problem with the alligators.
I didn't say it was the smartest thing in the world to do. I just said we did it all the time. It's just, I did take, when I first met Marcia and I took her home to Louisiana, where we lived, it opened up into a place called Honey Island Swamp, and really in the middle of Honey Island Swamp was the Michoud Test Center in Mississippi. That's where the NASA tests the rockets. They build a rocket, and now they're going to fire a rocket to see if it. And when they did, it would shake the whole house. It would feel like an earthquake where you lived, all around the area. And anyway, I took my wife out in the canoe, and we're going to go up into the swamp a little ways. And I know where I'm going because I'm used to where I'm at. And anyway, Anyway, my brother was in another canoe anyway. He paddled up ahead of me and he said, "Hey, look at this shit." And I paddled up there. "What?" He said, "Look, baby alligators." And right next to it, I see this big ass drag on the bank. That's where Mama went in the water at. You could plainly see it. And it was like, back to hell up right now. Start paddling backwards. Get the hell out of here. Because that's when they will come after your ass, is when they got babies around you. They get a little aggressive if you get too close. And he's over there probably 10 feet away from the bank saying, "Look at this. Look at these babies. Yeah, look at that freaking drag, how big it is, too." Anyway.
Well, I actually, when I was younger, I spent some time in Louisiana. I had a stepdad that was from Lake Charles.
Oh, there you go.
So we would go to Lake Charles from time to time. But I'm familiar with the Honey Island area.
Yeah, Honey Island Swamp. It's a big swamp. If you don't know what you're doing, don't go in there, because you could get lost in there pretty easy if you don't know landmarks and how to get the hell out. I've been in there more times than one and got scared that I just thought, "Oh shit, where am I?" And that's a scary feeling. I don't give a shit who you are.
Oh yeah. Especially if you get out there in the dark.
Yeah, at night it turns into a different place. Everything looks creepy, baby. It's creepy enough during the day. But
shine the flashlight around. Look at all the eyes looking at you.
The escapades of its coon ass, I'll tell you. No,
and the navigation won't work.
Yeah, navigation, you're gonna run into a tree and hurt yourself. No, I as long as it was daylight, as long as I could see, I could recognize certain trees that I had taught myself where I'm going to the left of that big old, because everything's a big cypress tree, and but I got turned around more than once. It's a scary ass feeling. Out in the dark, where things go bump. Yeah.
Talking about.
What are you gonna do?
We've got somebody typing new in thing. It goes, ACDC fan 81. Do you know that there are still people who believe that the Pizzagate is real?
Yes.
These people are fucking scary. You need to watch this.
There are people. They live in the world of conspiracies. They live to hear the next one. They believe in it. Q is a big thing with them. And you talk about, they think we got a deep state and we're all working. Are you shitting me? They got a, I don't know, it's not a deep state. It's a deep pit where their head used to be. I don't know. They don't have the ability. They don't desire the ability to learn anything. They're content with their hate, their made up stories and all that shit. Is this Ukraine thing. Everybody over there on the right and listening to Rush Limbaugh or Sean Hannity on Fox News the other day, which I've seen part of, they're going to believe that shit, just like what we just saw right there. Fox News is not telling the news, saying what's going on. Now, if any of those people decide to turn the channel and check something else out, they're going to hear a different story. I don't give a shit what page you pick. CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, I don't give a shit. Go look. Because it's all over the place.
Jesse Ventura is like that. He likes to do those conspiracy theories.
Yeah. No, anybody, conspiracy theories are easy to push because they can look at you and say, "Well, prove it ain't so." Well, shit, you can't prove a negative. It's just not a thing. But the big lie is the Ukraine thing, and that's what the Republicans are going to keep saying, even when they're called out and have to retract it. Sooner, it's going to go back out into the vernacular again. It's going to be put back out there in some hushed way where it's always a thing, and now it's the deep state that's keeping them from finding out what really happened in all the secret society crap. By the way, I do want to thank all our Blue Dot family agents that dropped in pursuant to the guidelines of deep state, Section 2, subsection B. We appreciate that. And did any of y'all bring a covered dish? I was just wondering.
Well, I got a dish, but she doesn't like wearing hats.
She don't like wearing hats, a covered dish. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that. Well, baby, you are a beautiful looking dish. My wife has been currently looking at recipes a lot. She's trying to dig for different and new things. Try something.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No.
I enjoy experimenting.
I really enjoy her experimentations. They turn out right with me every time.
my best friend and his wife. That's one of our things to do. On like at least we try to do at least one Saturday out the month. We'll figure out what do we want to try, and we'll give it a shot, and we'll play board games and drink beer and listen to records while we do it. And it's a fun time. And you know, if it doesn't turn out perfect, well, you know, you got to give it a shot. You know, you got to make mistakes to learn.
Well, you know, that's one thing I admire about my sons. They are the ones that want to pull out a board game. You know, that's so cool. It's not all about, you know, they do video games and all that shit too.
I walk in right and I'm like, oh shit, what the hell did I do?
Walking in right now.
You're in trouble again.
Yeah, no shit.
What's new, man?
But they walk out with board games and they all get around the table and they're going to play a game, and I love it.
Oh God, yeah! Set me in front of a board game, and I'm gonna be pretty content. Not as much Monopoly anymore, though. Monopoly, keep getting my ass kicked in Monopoly, and I don't get to play the game, so I'm just kind of taking a break from that. More Magic the Gathering.
That's funny.
What?
Because my kids won't sit down and play Monopoly with me anymore either.
My wife will not play Monopoly.
Nope, I heard that story.
Yep, and this has been going on now over 40 years probably. We've been married 42 years, coming up on 40.
You've been winning too?
Nope, don't play the game anymore. Not in 40 years. Me and her have not played Monopoly together. Nope. It's a simple argument about, no, I'm not going to give you all 4 of my railroads for Mediterranean place. You know, it's not going to happen. I'm not doing that. That's my side of this. That's how I remember it. She has a different memory.
I'm right there too. I haven't played
I
Monopoly
want the race
years.
car. No, you get the shoe.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't go well. We played Monopoly one time 40-something years ago, and it didn't go well, and it turned into it was bad. It was like, whoa.
The last game
we ain't playing this shit no more.
The last game that I played was horrible because it was like there was some weird bad luck thing going on, and I never passed go the entire game. I never passed go.
How do you not pass go?
I kept getting sent to jail, or I hit community chest and teleport across the room.
I believe it was rigged.
I don't. What do you think? Like that's how I felt. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked the game, but after that one, I needed a break. It's like, because we were, for a while there, we were doing it every week. So.
They won't do Trivial Pursuit with me anymore because, damn it, he answers all the damn entertainment questions. Pisses me off.
Because you have a memory. That's what the benefit of doing trivia. Oh, yeah, I remember that shit.
I would not. I suck at trivia. I suck at trivia. It's like that one game. What was it? A 5-second rule. Name 3 things related to this, and then you have 5 seconds, and it's like, nope.
Oh, what was that one game where you drew on the paper and people
Pictionary?
Pictionary?
Yeah.
I never got that Pictionary. That sounds fun.
Well, there's so many crazy new games they got out there now. They even got a Bob Ross board game out there.
Really?
Oh man, that's something I need to look into.
Really?
Yeah.
Paint pictures, fuzzy little trees. Yeah.
Does anyone?
You know, we make fun of the guy, but he was relaxing to watch.
I don't make fun of him. I love that guy's work.
They make a turn one too, where Colorado is the border.
Is that right? Yeah, the border wall's going up there. I understand.
The card game that we love playing.
What's that, Keith?
We're trying to keep them out, you know.
The card game we like playing after meals, big meals and get-togethers.
Right.
Is Cards for Humanity.
Oh, that game's evil.
What is it?
Cards Against Humanity. You don't.
Cards Against Humanity. I've heard of it.
You don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
it brings the worst out of you.
It brings out the worst of you.
Oh yeah, that's the point.
Oh, no,
you want to be the shittiest person when you play Cards Against Humanity.
I can't be a shitty person.
I mean, you can be innocent.
Nowadays,
and fun,
Mama
but it
would
depends
get
on
the
crowd.
4 railroads for Baltic. And, sure, baby. Here you go. Take them all. You want the utilities too here.
Here's the thing: Cards Against Humanity. You know, Apples to Apples. It's like
Apples to Apples.
Yeah, it's pretty much that, but for adults. That's Cards Against Humanity. So that's pretty much that.
I get amazed when they play that game. What is it, Magic?
Oh yeah, no. Magic,
and those type of games that that it seems to me. Now wait a minute. Are you making up this shit as you go along?
Nope.
No.
Nope. But that's kitchen countertop magic. I don't do competitive. That's too expensive of a hobby. And also I don't like playing games competitively. I really don't. I like the experience and the what is it? Community aspect, or like just the idea of playing with people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the fellowship.
Yeah. So,
Everybody needs that. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
That's what this family is. If you want to put it in the religious text, we're doing a fellowship. We're having a fellowship right now.
Boom.
We're bonding. See, some over there would say we're bonding. What's another word for it? I know.
Running the table.
Colluding.
Family.
There you go.
Family. We're being family. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, I see the names are floating by.
You got 5 minutes.
Ah.
Because remember, we let it, because there's so many names up there, we let it run for a little bit.
Want to make sure everybody gets seen.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, you were talking about games.
Yeah.
Yep.
How now they're so modern. Do you remember just a board and some pegs playing checkers or chess?
Oh, I love chess. I suck at chess, but I love chess.
Yeah.
Oh God, I worked at a Cracker Barrel for 15 years, and you will not believe some of the arguments I've seen at the damn checkerboard at the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, watch where you play them games.
It is unbelievable, and you're like, oh my God, it's just a game of checkers, people. I'm talking about old men and young boys arguing,
knocking the table over, kicking down everything.
There's really pretty simple rules to checkers. I don't see the argument.
You can't make that move. How did you do that?
Yeah. How the hell did you get king? God damn it!
Wait a minute. Martha
A
Olivera.
game I like is AC Doocy.
Oh, that's my game. Now you're talking my game, AC Doocy. And most people that play
I've won
AC
the last
Doocy.
10 games.
Oh yeah? Think you're good, huh? You know this is a Navy thing.
John,
you know this is a Navy game, right?
John,
You
I was
understand
taught
that?
by a Navy guy,
Oh,
retired.
Shit. Oh shit. You might be pretty good. You might be pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a Navy thing. As soon as you go in the Navy, you have to learn how to play AC Doocy. And then you whip out a backgammon board. You whip out a backgammon board, and somebody's going starts putting things out there. What are you doing? Get them off there. You can't put them on there yet. Yeah.
I remember learning Texas Hold'em, and the people that taught me, they were like, "Oh, you love this game? It's great." They figured, well, they got a mush here because it's like I've never played. So, I started winning, and all I hear from everybody, "How the hell did you teach him how to play?"
I do have, I've told y'all before, I played my little Boom Beach. That's my bad habit there, that I play my little war game there on Boom Beach. And it's just a daily thing. You go in there and do your little shit, and then you're out of there. If I'm sitting around bored at night and want to interact with somebody, there is a poker app I play, and it's not real money. It's a live table though, and you just jump in and start playing. I think I got like $800 and something thousand in the bank.
Yeah,
which is pretty good because every day you get free money every day. Come back and you get free money.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of days I used to go in there and get that money and just close the app. That's it. I just, I downloaded the app. Now I want to build up my bank, so I got a pretty good bank.
Play.
Oh yeah.
I've got one poker game that I've got 12 million in.
Damn.
Wow. I've got to. I was going to tell Travis about this, and I might as well tell y'all now. I need to check with some people because I've gotten some recent requests on my email for friends on MeWe, and we're talking about people that I know. Tim Cormall being one of them.
Yeah.
And I mentioned MeWe on the show a few times, I think. But all of a sudden, I got a bunch of friend requests from people that I know on Facebook to be friends, and I really want to make sure that that's who it is before I accept, because,
Well, you're getting to that point. You got thousands of people following you on Facebook. I don't think this is going to be an easy task to follow
I
through
tell you,
everything.
MeWe, it's a good outlet, I guess, unless you go into the political chat room and then hold your britches on, baby. It's going to get real rough in there real quick.
I have my reserves on MeWe myself, but
that's the reason I do, because you can go in that political chat room and Russian bots. Oh yeah, baby. You know, people with odd names and
Hey,
just
John.
huh.
Keith, I say bring it.
That
Tell
one,
me
yeah.
where I need to go.
Well, yeah, that's what I say. Occasionally, I jump in the chat. You know, I've mentioned it here on the show before. Who I pull out, I'm not going to mention their names now because Travis don't want me to give them no attention.
It's called kick ass and take names.
But I go in there. You know, I might go in there once. You know, because I go in there every day to post my rants. I do. I post my stuff every day there, same as I post on YouTube and Facebook, and but I just don't go in the chat room unless I just want to be entertained. If I'm itching for a fight with somebody, because you know that's the best place I know.
I want to be pissed all day. Okay.
Oh man, these people are they're narcissistic. They're misogynistic. They're racist. They're homophobes.
Unfortunately, welcome to the internet.
Oh yeah, it's all there too. Oh yeah, Democrats are, you know, it's just, you know, they're all fags. You know, it's stuff like that. You know, some 12-year-old, and I call out some of them that I know that they're reading from an instruction manual. You know, and they have certain memes they play all the time, certain language. You know, you're just a bot. Give me a break, you asshole. What country are you in? You know, you're not in America.
Do they have a chapter on how to deal with a blue wave?
I don't think they know. But now, on the same note, I don't want to give it back because there are Democrats on that channel and they're in the chat room and baby, they're giving it back. So there's a battle going in there. But all it takes is just a reasonable person to go in there and look. And the ones on the right, most of them, the right-wing nut jobs over there, they're disgusting little pricks. You know, it's all about memes and calling people names and insinuating this about them. The guys that I deal with now, they throw my picture up. Every time I come on and say something, they throw my picture up. Just that. Don't say anything. There's John. Here's John and his girlfriend, and they show me and my goat. You know, like, you know, oh, that's great. You know, I thank them all the time. Thanks a lot. I didn't know you was a follower there. You got my picture hanging on your wall or what? You know, they're trying to. They try to intimidate me sometimes. They put it up on the screen, my location.
Man, we were talking board games earlier.
Crap.
Like, what the hell happened?
We went off the deep end. It's all because of that Monopoly shit. Shoots and ladders my ass. It was a trap all along. I'm telling you. Anyway,
now we got to cut it short because I do got to take off myself.
Yes, Travis has company coming this evening. So I guess we better say goodnight to our Facebook, our YouTube family. What happened to Facebook?
That chat's been freezing up. I know they're still there.
Okay. So. I want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight, making the conversation so lively. We appreciate it. Not every conversation has to be all about the asshole in the house. We can talk about other things, and that's what makes this family coherent and cohesive. I'm sorry, coherent and coherent. It's what binds us together. Is that we have a large interest in a lot of things. So I want to thank everybody. Dennis, thank you. Keith for coming in. Rick Davis, buddy SC coming in from Florida. Of course, TW and our own Velda. I appreciate all y'all being in the conversation and making the show what it is. And
hey, John.
Yes, sir.
Last word, please.
Get after it, Keith.
Let me know who these people are. They will not like me.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
It's all right. They don't like me.
So let us all know.
Yeah.
Payback is a bitch.
Well, I am. I'm going to check out these people, that Tim and stuff, and make sure that they're, you know, because they may have gone over to me. We started the page. You want to be friends. I want to make sure that it's them and not somebody who hacked my contact list and is trying to get to me that way. I try to watch as much as I can because it has happened before. When somebody is sending me a friend request and I'm going, you're already my friend, and I go, look, yeah, you're still my friend. There's your page. Why is this different?
Well, contact him on Facebook and ask him, did you send the friend request?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna do
one.
We
can find him too.
I'm gonna call him on the phone. I got his number, so I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him tomorrow.
I would.
Good night, Blue Dots.
Oh yeah.
You're getting us pissed off.
Yeah. All right, Keith. Take care of yourself. Be careful out there in that deep snow shit that's coming your way.
You got it. Later, man.
And all of y'all living up in the northern areas and areas where the storms are going to get bad, y'all take care. Everybody's going to be trying to get out and go to grandma's house and all that kind of stuff. And so just take care of yourself. Take the extra time it takes to get there safe. We love all our Blue Dot family. And I don't know. I'll be around for my rant tomorrow. We're playing Thursday by ear. Thursday, Thanksgiving. We don't know what's going to happen yet. Might be an impromptu family visit or whatever. I'll be stuffed like you wouldn't believe, so it might be a lot of burping going on or something like that. But
watch out, he'll fall asleep in his chair.
yeah, everybody's going to be falling asleep, tripped, panning away. Family, I love you very much. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to y'all later.